One morning, Thomas pulled into Knapford Station in a right foul mood. "Stranded in a tunnel for half an hour due to a broken rail sleeper," snapped Thomas. "Worst half an hour of my life. Hate being stuck in the dark." "We couldn't have had you on the Underground then," laughed Duck. "The Underground? Since when did you work on the Underground?" Thomas asked. "Oh, only very briefly for a few months or so. Just before I came here, actually. My class were brought on to help with engineering and ballast trains to the London Underground. I will say, it was dark and cold in those tunnels. Between you and me, I was glad when I was transferred here. I much prefer staying above ground." "Scared of the dark, are we?" Daisy laughed. "Nothing of the sort. I just prefer to work out in the open, where I can see things instead of being stuck underground with nothing to see apart from walls of a tunnel." "Well, I think it's silly. Steam engines going underground. I pity the poor people, breathing in all the steam you all produced. Steam has nowhere to escape underground." "Well, actually, the Underground was filled with air vents to help allow the steam to leave the tunnel," Duck retorted. But Daisy wasn't really listening. "Well, I think proper engines like me would be perfect to work underground. Reliable and not prone to erupting steam. Also, us diesel rail cars are made of stern stuff. We certainly could be used to working in harsh conditions underground." Daisy left, leaving behind an angry Duck. "If you ask me, these diesels are too big for their wheels," Duck snapped. "Who wants to work underground anyway?" Later on that day, Daisy was just about to leave at a station when the station master stopped her. "Ah, Daisy, these workmen are needed at the quarry. Could you run them down there once you've finished your passenger run?" "Certainly not," Daisy retorted. "I am not going to a dusty, dirty quarry." "Yes, you are," the station master said back. "If you don't go, you'll be reported to the Fat Controller." Daisy reluctantly decided to listen to the station master, and the workmen boarded Daisy, and she set off for the quarry. Daisy and her driver had never been to the quarry before. They were unfamiliar with where they should stop. "This seems like a fine place to stop," Daisy's driver said. Just then, the quarry master came over. "Oi! You can't stay here!" Daisy's driver got out of the cab, but he had forgotten to put Daisy's handbrake on. "Why can't we? This is a restricted area. The rails here aren't used to engines of Daisy's weight here." "Excuse me?" Just then, Daisy suddenly started to roll forward. She tried to stop, but without her driver, she couldn't do a thing. "She's headed for the quarry tunnels!" Workmen ran after the runaway Daisy, but it was too late. Daisy rolled into the tunnel, and the rails buckled under her weight, and she came off the rails. "Get me out of here!" The quarry master spoke severely to Daisy's driver. "I'll have you reported for this negligence. Now we'll need to send for 2 engines to help get Daisy back on the rails." Sometime later, to Daisy's terror, Duck and Thomas came to help. "Oh, Thomas, I don't think we can help here." "Why's that, Duck?" asked Thomas. "Well, according to Daisy, only proper engines like hers should be allowed to go underground." And the 2 engines laughed. Daisy, however, was not amused. "Will you both hurry up and help me get out of this tunnel?" "Oh, don't stress yourself, Daisy. You're a diesel rail car. You're made of stern stuff, able to cope with bad conditions." Daisy just gritted her teeth and fell silent as the rescue operation began. And with much effort, Duck and Thomas managed to get Daisy back on the rails and out of the tunnel. "Well, how'd you like going underground, Daisy?" Duck asked. "It was horrible." "Oh, I am surprised. Maybe you weren't as suited to working underground as well as you thought." "Keep your underground railways." Daisy flounced and quickly left. Daisy never mentions going underground again. She knows now it's not all it's cracked up to be.